With that being said, I want to say this. There's a lot of talk about language in the community. And one thing I've learned about language is that language can show you a number of things. Language can show you the level of respect, praise, and admiration. It also can show you things like exploitation. I'll give you two examples. What we're calling Ethiopians today, they call themselves the people of Kush. I love that pronunciation, that M. Fudiji, and I'm continually referencing him because I respect his knowledge in the language. He calls them Kush. The Torah says Kush. So here's what I want to say, because I pride myself on being objective, and I think it's a very good question to ask. Why is it that the names that Kemet employs for their older siblings that birthed them, basically, right? Names that show their exploitation of them. I'll give you two examples. Kemet refers to Kush as Nubia, where the gold is. They also refer to them as Tarseti, land of the bow, the archers, because they helped to defend them when they needed them. Why does Kemet employ names for their eldest sibling that doesn't necessarily show the glory of those people, but focuses more on how the ancient Kemetics exploited them? Because we know that there are several campaigns mentioned in Kemetic literature where pharaohs went in there and took gold, hence why they call them Nubians. We also know that there were several times that they fought against them, yet also used them as mercenaries in war, hence why they call them Tarseti. The people of Nubia the people of Kush never called themselves that. This is what the Kemetics are calling them. And what I'm pointing out for the first time on camera, because no one has done it yet, is the false admiration that people are talking about. And the false admiration is, if Kush is the elder sibling of Kemet, put more respect on it. Don't use the term Nubia, because they didn't call themselves that. They didn't want to feel exploited by your use of them going into there for gold. Don't call them or refer to them as Tarseti, the archers. Why exploit their use as mercenaries on one hand, but you actually went to war with them on the other?
All right, but before we go, let me just respond to your thing about Egypt and Nubia. If Meru was here, Meru would agree with you 100%. You can't call the people Nubia. We shouldn't use the term, and that's
dating it and pushing it away. Garfield not only realized some of the respect in the terminology I use, but even used his brother and said,
yeah, we shouldn't use Nubia. It's not a term.